changed. So, like, the item fanfares, the themes for the different areas of the game and whatnot have been changed. And so as far as speedrunners are concerned, it doesn't actually change the game at all. It's just something fun to do. Sometimes the most common MSU hack has the orchestrated Super Metroid soundtrack implemented, but sometimes players like to get fancy and add soundtracks from other games or sound clips from movies or whatnot. But either way, the race has begun. Both of these players taking their damage to end this Ridley fight as fast as possible so we can get underway and get collecting all of our items. As you can hear, the Mana Beast final fight from Secret of Mana. One of my favorite games of all time. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I've done commentary since I got my new microphone. So you get to enjoy my voice in all its HD glory. Alright, so both players coming out with... I think J-Ro had a 44, Goop had a 42 series. So just a couple of seconds between the two players here. Nothing that can't be overcome or expanded from either of these players. EOD providing us with some good statistical information on these players. I'll just go ahead and read that out. So the median race time he's posted so far for the tournament, J-Ro's median race time has been a 1:24 and Goop's has been a 1:30. Now the median race time is taken, it's the average of their middle two races out of the 4 from the round robin stage. And it sounds like we've got original Metroid item acquisition sounds going on. Now, something to note, some people have had questions about in the past, the length of the audio clip that is used for the item fanfare acquisition has no effect on the duration of the item fanfare box. So even though, as you can hear, the Metroid 1 sound persists, or it's shorter than the item box, it does not change the duration of the item box, so there is no advantage gained there. It's purely audio. What was I was saying something before that, and now I don't remember what it was. Oh, yes, and then, J-Ro's PB is a 1:24.07, Goop's is a 1:25.10, so, you know, just a minute, 3 seconds separating these players. Oh, sounds like we got some Sim City. I believe this might be... I don't think J-Ro changed anything from the last time I watched him do a race. So those of you who saw J-Ro's last race when he used the MSU hack, some of this stuff will be the same, but for those of you who have not seen his last race, a lot of these sound choices you'll be very pleased with. both of them entering bombs. Fairly similar times. 4:57 and a 4:58, respectively, for these players. Bomb Chorizos could have been better from these players, however, both of them struggled a little bit with that fight. So not too big of a time difference increase there, just a little bit of a lead gain for J-Ro. I can give you kind of an update there until timers can get synced. But J-Ro has just left the E-Tank, and Goop just now as well. There's approximately a 3-second difference here. I can give you a better time at the elevator time difference for you guys. But at this point in the run, all right, 6:27 elevator for J-Ro, 6:29 for Goop, so about 2 seconds, more like 2.5. But at this point, the difference between the players is not significant. It's so early on in the run, the time difference is practically negligible. Excuse me. I'm using Livestreamer. Oh, my bad. So I might have been ahead of everybody, so I apologize. We're getting that. Oh, okay. Just kidding. We're getting things worked out. Don't worry, everybody. But until then, we've got some more Secret of Mana from J-Ro. If you have not played, I'm just going to plug Secret of Mana here for a second. If you have not played that game, I definitely recommend playing it. Has an amazing soundtrack and really awesome gameplay. So these players only about a second behind. Goop only about a second behind J-Ro now, made up a little bit of time here. Now, something that you're going to see happen in Pink Brinstar coming up here, they're going to skip the missiles right above charge. Now, that is intentional. They're not forgetting them. So have no fear. In speedrunning, sooner is not necessarily better than later. Because later, you can lay a powerbomb, and you have some downtime while you're waiting for the powerbomb to explode. And during that time, you can grab those missiles, saving you whatever time you would have had backtracking. That little bit, even though it's a little bit of distance, every frame counts. J-Ro making a little bit of time back up on Goop there with a good green hill zone. Well, good is subjective, so just take my word for it. Yes, this is a Metroid Prime 2 Torvis Bog. A remix of the Red Brinstar theme from Super Metroid. Or is it not the, or is it the Sunken Frigate? I think it's actually the Sunken Frigate, excuse me. Or is it? I don't even know. I'm getting confused now. I'm sure somebody will correct me. It is Torvis Bog, okay. Ooh, and both synced entering that door, but unfortunately, J-Ro, with that morph and unmorph, had a poor door transition, so that actually lost him a little bit of time over Goop. That is the perfect example. They were completely synced going into those doors, but because of the door transition, you can see how it loses time, and that loses time all over the run from many, many bad door transitions. Nice quick kill from J-Ro. Unfortunately, Goop, I was not watching what happened to him. But, okay, he must have just missed a super. All he had to do is just throw one super in there at Kraid, and he took him down. And also, Kraid opened up his mouth very quickly once he came up all the way out of the ground, so that was good for Goop. Okay, awesome. Thank you. We are all synced up. Things are good. Good to go. Bringing you the best Super Metroid racing experience on Twitch, right here. Twitch.tv/speedgaming. That's my own opinion. It is not at all affiliated with Twitch.tv/speedgaming. And we got some Hothead Bop DKC2 as our Norfair theme for J-Ro. It really does not affect timing, no. It is purely an audio change. Ooh. Now, luckily, J-Ro does have a spare super. Even if he only had one at this point, he would be fine, because he would get a super from the Cack Attack at the top of Bubble Mountain. And he got one from that, whatever it's called, I can't remember, enemy. They have a pretty solid super drop rate. But he's great on supers right now, so... And J-Ro defeating the second boss, Cack Attack, Bubble Mountain Cack Attack, making it look easy, when in fact, that is an incredibly difficult thing to do. That Bubble Mountain Cack Attack quick kill. And Goop nailing it as well. Getting pretty good drops there from that farm. Having 4 supers leaving there is pretty darn good. Oh. Alright. So, that's a super right into the floor. Kojak counter at 2 for J-Ro. Ooh, Goop not getting any supers from the first 2 farms, and then getting 3 from the next one. Okay, so Goop is good now. He unfortunately had to spend an extra 2 farm sessions to get those supers that he needs. But he'll be okay. Now, I believe these players do the older 100% route, so we will be seeing Crocomire out from these players now. We will for J-Ro. And for Goop as well. Was that no swipes for J-Ro? I wasn't looking at the first part of his fight there. If so, that was really great. He did miss a shot or 2, but he still didn't get any swipes. That's pretty good. It looks like Goop got 1. Also, I missed if J-Ro did the wraparound. Goop getting a second one right there at the end from Croc. Goop does do the wraparound. What they stand there in the acid for a second and shoot a charged shot diagonally up. And what that does is that opens the door. Okay, so J-Ro did do it. Tried to do a short charge, but his taps were all off. But essentially what that does is the charge shot that they shoot wraps around, hypothetically, the room and opens the door from the other side. But what really happens is there are copies of the room that they're in, shifted 1 tile up, going to the right in the out of bounds area, and and every door in those copied rooms had the same index as the door in the original room. And so what the shot travels off screen, and before it disappears, it hits that door in the copy of the room, opening the door in the real room. To put it real short and simple. Ooh. Alright, J-Ro getting hit by that Ripper, but making sure to grapple him so he doesn't fall all the way down. Goop really hurting for supers right now. He tried to farm in that last missile room. Now farming up. It spent a really long time getting those supers. Jero having a nice ascent up Business Center there. Now, I don't entirely agree with Goop's decision to farm those supers there. Even though he had 0, there were those 2 cack attacks there that he could have farmed for essentially guaranteed super drops. There is an additional cack attack in Red Tower, and then there's 2 more at Upper Red Tower. And that would have been 5, although he would be using one to get into, he would be using 2 of them to get into 2 doors, but to get those power bombs up there, but still 3 is all you need. Jero getting a nice ascent up Red Tower there. Great down grab. Very slick strat. Kind of tricky. Not going for Alpha Spark here. But both of their health counts are looking pretty good going into the wreck ship. Both players should be fairly comfortable going for the Ocean Fly Spark. Goop's struggling a little here with Red Tower, but oh! I was good on him though for having that charge shot ready. Shot that block out right as it respawned. Jero going for a little bit of lag reduction. Oh, its power bomb is probably going to re-break the blocks. Okay, so yeah, he's gonna do the grapple across the moat, which is essentially exactly the same time difference as doing the ocean fly across the whole moat, but saves you energy. Goop reducing lag as well there. This is what I was getting myself mixed up with. Now here for Jero, the Prime 1 sunken frigate. That's what that was. Yes, and now we've got Shadow Temple from OOT. Let's see how these these fan tunes go for these players. Ooh, we got a fast pattern here for J-Ro. I'm fairly certain he just got flame lamed there. So he's gonna need to back up. Actually, this is the pattern with the backup. If he's learned that, oh, he's just gonna doppel Fantune. There he goes. Easy peasy every time. Very nicely done. A fast slow for J-Ro. Not the best RNG, but not bad either. Now we've got Mana Fortress from Secret of Mana. Right, let's see these patterns for Goop. Not opening up with the fast. Possibly a mid. No, not a mid either. A slow round 1 for Goop. Nails it. Does not get flame lamed. And gets a fast. Nails that. So very nice. Same RNG here for these both of these two players. Getting some health. J-Ro wanting to be safe here. Looks like he's going for the spark method. Oh no, never mind. He's got plenty of health here though to get through the Spike Room of Death. But when strats go wrong in this room, things go really wrong. Sometimes players don't have any good backups. But what matters is he made it through, and he is not dead. Ooh, so Goop actually doing a mock ball. That is not what you want to be doing there. You actually want to do a bounce ball. You don't want to soft morph. So that you bounce across. This is what you saw happen to Goop, is he got hit by... He just rolled along and onto the spikes, whereas if you bounce, you actually gain some extra height, and then you hit one of the spike platforms, and then continue to bounce across the rest of the room. Now, I mean, he still made it across. Oh, Goop actually jumped past the platform, the second platform there, so he's going to have to go back up and lost some time there going through the water. J-Ro having a decent attic. So this is the section of the game where the players need to be conserving their health. They've got about, from the E-Tank, they have about 350 or so, little more than that, health to play with before they get to the gauntlet. And they need, so essentially they need to have 225 or more energy to execute the gauntlet spark, which takes advantage of another wraparound shot. If you have not seen it, it opens up a door from the right side on the... Oh, interesting attic strat there from J-Ro, actually. Blue suiting through that first area of the attic. Saves ammo and health in that regard. Probably fairly consistent as well. What was I saying? The Gauntlet Spark, yes. They utilize another wraparound shot to open up the door on the left-hand side of the landing site from the right, and then Shine Spark all the way through the landings, all the way across the landing site and through the first room of the Gauntlet. It's a long spark and requires a lot of energy, so health management at this part of the game is crucial. But for experienced players like this, unless things go terribly wrong, they should have enough health. Ooh, J-Ro, unfortunately, not getting the Bowling Spark short charge, so he's going to have to jump across. In terms of energy, you can make it across by jumping, by consuming approximately the same amount of energy as a Shine Spark would, but it is slower. Goop struggling, getting back across the attic here, taking a bit more damage than I'm sure he wanted to. Ooh, getting hit, but oh, wow. Okay, so 311 energy leaving the attic is not good. He's got another 3 Shine Sparks he's got to do with only about 90 health to do it. So depending on how much he has in his reserves, we might be seeing a ship refill from Goop here. J-Ro is... he's got more than enough health to do this. So I know Goop was practicing something a little bit fancy here. We'll see if he decides to do it now. No, bonked into the door there. We saw him practicing some Spike Spark action. Yeah, so J-Ro's got tons of health here. He's got 314. He's got just under 100 health to spare, whereas Goop is looking in a little bit of trouble. We might see him use his reserves depending on... yeah, so again, like I said, depending on what he's got in his reserves, he might be in a little bit of trouble. And you did see him jump up before activating the spark, but that conserves a little bit of energy there for him. And here goes J-Ro lining up for the pixel-perfect position, getting the wraparound shot off, and starting his spark. So here we go, got a Gauntlet Spark there from J-Ro. Very well done. Got more Secret, Sim City, Metropolis music going on. J-Ro making me a little bit sad, not going for the quick drops, but that's totally fine. Wanting to play it safe there. Ooh. Scared me a little bit there, but J-Ro made it across. So Goop is just going to take a ship refill. Not even gonna worry about what he's got in reserves there. If he had, I mean, he farmed a lot after Croc, so he might have had a full reserve, to be completely honest. And he would have been fine. In all likelihood, he probably didn't need to ship refill there. Goop here going for the wraparound as well, gets the pixel perfect shot or placement pretty quickly, but he started running. He's running as soon as he lets go of the shot, and that's not, you want to let go of the shot. No. You can't. You gotta let go of the shot and then start running. He's doing them simultaneously. He's getting the position like incredibly quickly every time there. Impressive. With that shot, you want to release the shot and then start your run. In very quick succession, but not simultaneously. You need to move the screen in a way that the shot does not... And also, you need to move the screen in a way and also give the shot proper momentum so that it hits the door and doesn't despawn. Doing some quick drops, at least attempting them. So coming up here, we're gonna see them. You're gonna see J-Ro grab that missile pack that I mentioned that he skipped, and you'll see how he uses a power bomb. He lays a power bomb, and then while he waits for the power bomb explosion, he grabs it. And a mission impossible for J-Ro. Very nicely done. Up is the Spore Spawn skip. Works kind of like a wraparound in the sense that you're moving the screen in a way that your shot does not... your shot hits something before it disappears. Any projectile that you shoot persists for 2 tiles off-screen before it despawns. And as you can see, that super block there that J-Ro shot out is much more than 2 blocks off-screen. And so what he does is he shifts the camera position and his position into such a way that he can shoot the super, and it travels so quickly that it hits the block before it actually despawns. And therefore you skip Spore Spawn altogether and grab his supers and peace out. Spore Spawn, more like Boar Spawn, am I right? Mykins has the correct feelings towards Spore Spawn. Alright, J-Ro, let's see a blockbuster. Let's go. Did not jump. It's okay. No, don't give me credit. I didn't. Please, Spore Spawn music, you hear it at Botwoon, it's fine. Oh. So, I don't know, is that considered a Kojak super right there? Goop went to go shoot the super block out, but he got pushed up by the power bomb, and the super just went into the wall because he got pushed up by the power bomb explosion. I mean, I guess that would be considered a Kojak super, right? I mean, let's have a ruling here from people. What do you guys think? You guys think it's a Kojak? Okay. So that's 2 for J-Ro, 1 for Goop, I think. We got some Fendrana drifts. I was really questioning that spark from J-Ro. I thought that was right underneath. He was gonna bonk on that grapple block there. So in my opinion, the Meridia segment is one of the most fun segments of the 100% speedrun. However, is also one of the most difficult, or if not the most difficult part of the speedrun. Maybe comparable with Metroid Room Centurion. However, those are extremely difficult, but don't take up very much of the run, whereas the Meridia segment is like 5 minutes. Goop getting a wonderful blockbuster. Excellently done. He did get grabbed by the Yapping Maw, however, he could change his sprite, Goop there, so he could have equipped the Super Missile and shot the Yapping Maw to get out of there sooner. Oh man. That's aquatic ambiance going on. Very nice Botwoon there, got very easy pattern from Botwoon. Probably the easiest one in my opinion. to get a 1 round on. Setting up for full halfy here. Let's see how he does. Looking good. Ooh, just a little bit too slow on the active spark activation there, unfortunately. He did lose some frames in the previous room. The down grab could have been better. But I mean, you could say that about everything. It was a fairly decent attempt, to say the least. As Goop continues his quest through Meridia. Let's see how Dragon goes for J-Ro. Kind of a late X Factor there, but still a decent spark. Got a good amount of damage in. A good spark, even though Dragon is being awful with RNG. Nicely done. Made do with not so great RNG there from Dragon. Good fight. J-Ro is on very good pace right now. And that's all I'm going to say about that, to not jinx anything. Ooh, getting the most difficult pattern here for Goop. For Batoon, missed 2 supers. That is the, out of the 4 patterns that Batoon can give you. Wasting some supers there on purpose. Do we count those as Koject? I don't know. But of the 4 patterns Batoon can give you, that is the most difficult one to 1 round. As Batoon stays on screen for the least amount of time, and for part of that time as well, he's looping back in on himself, and you can't really hit his head reliably, as his hitbox is notoriously awful. Getting, wow, an incredibly high full halfy there. Getting the down back as well, but not correcting the door transition, so nearly got the perfect room there, but did not quite fix that door transition, but still very, very good from Goop. That full happy was really, really close to the ceiling. If not as close as he could have been to the ceiling without bonking. Dang it, Fuzda. Not the best opener there on Dragon, and then not getting that 50-50. Ooh. Definitely should have waited longer before hitting Dragon with that spark there. Did not get very much damage in. In addition, got grabbed. Again, should have waited longer. The trick with Dragon and Shine Sparking through her is you want to go right through about like where her neck is, like her eye and her mouth and whatnot. Goop getting Spike Suit, but you want to go through her neck and her eye ish area and you want to activate the spark as close to her as possible, because when you start off your shine spark, you're moving slower and then you accelerate. So you want to be in her hitbox for as long as possible. For every frame you're in her hitbox while you're shine sparking, it does 150 damage. Ooh, no! Why, J-Ro? Oh my god, did it on purpose. Did it on purpose, just to spite me, killing Shaktool. Just for that, I now have a bias towards Goop. I can no longer remain unbiased. Exactly. Even went back for it. I thought he was like just gonna try and do it, you know, as he was running by, but he just kept hitting him with missiles. He just kept doing it, and then just made sure that he died. Even on this run that he's on really good pace right now, J-Ro. So going out of his way, I mean, it might not be despite me, but just for the meme, because it's become a meme now. But either way, no, Chitori is not worth it. Only thing worth is Shaktool. Oh, Goop. Breaking spin just before the ledge, unfortunately falling all the way back down in the pants room. So we'll see if I missed it. I missed J-Ro do it. It looks like Goop is going to hit the snail and get him to. Yep. So that snail is going to break those blocks out, and Goop can get through a little bit faster than waiting for Shaktool to break the rest of those blocks. What do you mean, Fuzda? His toast is buttered on the Nintoaster side. Nah. JK, don't listen to me. Alright, so I can remain pleased with Goop as he did not kill Shaktool. No, let's be real. Let's give the real answer there, Cephalon. It's not a symbolism thing. It's a I love Shaq Tool thing, and then people thought it was funny to kill him because of my reaction, and it just escalated from there. That is the real reason. EFJ, please. Don't do this. Don't do this. I need you on my side. Yes, that is exactly the reason. Oops, setting up for a spring ball strat here. Oh, spring ball just a little bit too late and bonked the wall, lost his speed, but what he was attempting to do was maintain his blue and just spring ball up through those speed blocks there, up into the aqueduct. Let's see if I can get the double D boost. Nope. I already know he's not. He's way too far to the left. Or to the right, excuse me. I don't know. Oh, dang. Really close there for J-Ro. Pretty sick spring ball strat. Alright, looks like Goop setting up for spring ball crate entrance. And nails it. Okay, now this is from DKC. I believe this is the blackout. I can't remember the name of it. It's like, it's the level that had the lights flash on and off. Right? I think. For the double D boost with the Evirs, you need to be as far left through the transition as possible, and then after the transition, you need to move left a little bit in order to get it properly. After the transition, move a little bit left, then turn and face right, do the first D boost, and then do the second one. Blackout basement, thank you. Yes. I think now I think that was the soundtrack there for that. Jigheart, that hat is a little bit big for Bomb Treezo. Are you sure, BFJ? Alright, well... I know it's from DKC, that's all I know. Or maybe it was both. I don't know. I don't know these things. Alright, so J-Ro did not fall victim. Did not fall victim to any of the tragic missile crumble block awful things. Good on him. I'll be honest, I didn't even realize it was pun until I said it, and then I repeated it because I thought it was funny. Nice chronic boost from Goop there. As he enters Lower Norfair. Goop? Nah, I don't think this is gonna work either. He's too... both of them bonking that little lip that sticks out there. Very, very close. Goop being very safe. Spring balling across the crumble blocks, not at all bad choice there. So this fight goes not too strong, starting off for J-Ro. A couple more shots to go, though, and Ridley will be dead. Ridley is a fight that you can lose a surprising amount of time on that you don't really realize in 100%. Even though the fight is very straightforward, you can still lose quite a bit of time. And he should be dead. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god, J-Ro. Oh no. Oh please. Oh please. Okay. So that was unfortunate for him. That was quite a lot of time lost there. He is still on good pace. Just not as good as he was. It happens to the best of us. Sometimes Ridley is just a huge, huge poopy face, and... just kinda gotta deal with it. Huge poopy face. A poopy face tomato nose, you might say. And shoutouts to Goop for not falling through any of the nasty crumble blocks. He totally has, EOD. It's completely my fault. I take full responsibility. I'll take J-Ro out to dinner to make up for it. Hopefully he can forgive me. Oh, interesting spring ball strats there from J-Ro, actually. I like that. I like that strat. And skipping that gap there with the spring ball as well. Very nice. Alright, so just the Franker Z missiles for J-Ro, and then he is all done with Lore Norfair. Just got to do his remaining Blue Brinstar and Criteria cleanup, and he will be on his way to finishing up this race. Ridley, okay, I was gonna say, yeah, Ridley should be dead there for Goop now. Sorry, I just wanted to listen to Hothead Bop for the last little bit that we could for this run. So J-Ro now has finished up Norfair completely, going to... excuse me. Going to collect X-Ray, and then head up and complete the rest of his Brinstar and Criteria cleanup. Ooh, Goop. Getting the... Not quite getting... I should say, not quite getting the Harubi special. Gets the spring ball, but does not grab the missile on the way up. And then Franker Phase Z missiles for Goop. Guess now say goodbye to the Secret of Mana music. Now we've got our Metropolis, SimCity again. Zero got about 6 items left, I think. And then he is done. There's another wraparound shot there that you can do for J-Ro to open up the door on the left-hand side. He might not know it, though. So unfortunate that these players are both just now finding X-Ray so late in the game. They were really struggling to find those items earlier. They really could have benefited from X-Ray earlier on. And that's it for J-Ro. That is all 100 items. So he's just gonna beeline it to Golden 4. And get out of here. Yes, especially for having used super missiles on Ridley. J-Ro has an insane amount of super missiles right now. So the reason for Jiro taking off the Varia and screw attack there, one, he did it before he activated the elevator transition to save a couple of like 40-ish frames, I believe, in the transition. In addition to making stand up a little bit more comfortable for him by taking off Varia, and screw attack is going to help him do a easier Zepatite skip. Now, I don't know what this is. Is it a Final Fantasy something? Some RPG, maybe? I think Goop went for the wraparound, actually, so we'll see if he did it. He didn't have a charge shot, so I don't know if it worked or not. Final Fantasy VIII, okay. Yeah, he didn't get it, but it looked like he tried. So what you're seeing J-Ro do right here is he's using his reserves. Now, I would have advised not doing what he just did and pausing and using them. I would have just gotten hit by a Rinka to activate the reserves later. But his plan is to do a Crystal Flash. What he could have done is waited and done the Crystal Flash during the Mother Brain cutscene, and that would have been slightly more efficient. But either way, doing the Crystal Flash is still going to be faster than going into the health refill. Trying the down back skip, didn't quite get it, but still got through the Zeb. Easy peasy. Ooh, nice little spring ball there. This is boss music from Prime. I think this is different. Is this just this? Some of the bosses have different music, right? This isn't just the blanket boss music for all the Prime bosses. It sounds like the Thardis. Alright, so J-Ro was damaging himself there on purpose, setting up for the stand-up glitch, which you're going to see right now. So typically, you're not actually supposed. Well, not typically, but you're not supposed to be standing right now during this cutscene. You're supposed to be locked, crouched on the ground, watching this whole all play out. But what J-Ro is going to be doing, he's going to be getting charge shots off on Mother Brain, and he wants to get off about 40 of them to optimally to kill Mother Brain without even needing to fire any Hyper Beam shots. And now Goop entering Turian. Let's see how his Metroid rooms go. Now you saw Goop left his suit and screw attack on. Stand-up glitch still works with Variasuit on, you just need to set it up slightly differently. There is a slightly higher chance of dying doing that, but slightly being, like, minimal. And Goop's either going to be doing the down back Zeb skip or the spark skip. So it's a pretty good stand-up. Oh, here we go. Secret of Mana to close it out. Start with Secret of Mana, end with Secret of Mana. That's how it should be, in my opinion. My opinion. That's all it is. No, the stand-up glitch is actually very old. Goop looking for that Metroid skip. Got a little greedy there at the end. In my opinion, should have just gone for one more jump. Okay, there. Now he's turning off the suits to get the drain faster there on the Metroid. So even though J-Ro is behind on his splits, it looks like he's going to PB still. And there it is, J-Ro finishing up with an SRL race time of a 1:23.48. Congratulations to him on that PB. Oh, man. Oh, there he goes. Skip getting through the Zebs there. Very nice job. I love how I don't even have to say it. Everybody just knows. Everybody knows the 144. Who was it that trolled me at the end, had the 144, and then shot a missile right before? I can't remember who that was, so somebody did that. Well, technically, you can have no beam upgrades and beat Mother Brain if you have enough ammunition, but all you need is charge. There it is. 100%. GG jro on the PB and advancing in the single elimination bracket, where he will now be facing off against Sweet Numb in round 2. In the round of 16. Alright, so let's go ahead and give a hand to jro again. Congratulations on a PB and advancing to the round of 16. In the 100% winter tournament. And also let's give a hand to Goop for finishing up this race. Trying to do the ship short charge, which is already a hard short charge. With all of this lag, makes it like impossible. But there he goes, finishing up with a SRL race time of 1:29:53. So congratulations, both of these runners, finishing this up. We'll wait it out just to make sure that Goop got 100%, but I don't doubt that he did. That is all for Super Metroid for today. Coming up in an hour and a half, we've got some DKC2 going on for that tournament. And then after that, so that's at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And at 7:30 tonight, we've got some Shovel Knight races. So that should be awesome. So we've got more awesome stuff going on right here on twitch.tv/speedgaming. And then the last race, potentially, for AGDQ we got for Super Metroid. We have going on tomorrow, December 31st at 10 p.m. So excuse me. For all of you who do not have any big New Year's plans, they will be taking you almost all the way up until New Year's at 10, starting at 10 p.m. We've got Steel and Bread doing a solo run, if I have been informed correctly. Alright, Deer Force. Missed it for J-Ro. And there it is, 100% for Goop. So let's go ahead and give Goop a hand for his participation in this tournament. He will no longer be in the tournament, unfortunately, as the second round here is single elimination. So he has been knocked out by J-Ro. But don't worry, there are still tons of other matches going on in this tournament. Again, the single elimination will officially start the Monday after HDQ is over, which is January 16th. And we will have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more races before the round of 16 begins. And then we're going to have another 8, and then 4, and then 2, and then 1. We've got a lot of awesome stuff going on. So again, more DKC going on later today, followed by Shovel Knight. And then coming up tomorrow, we've got one more, the final match of the round robin portion of this tournament tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern. So thank you so much, everybody, for having me. My name is Wild Anaconda 69, and I will see you all next mission.